wanted the best, you got him for a breast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show under the world of outlaws. Racing, you wanted the best, you got him for a
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dre Broadcasting Network as we go side by side with the Xtreme Motorsports 99. We are coming to you live from Auto Club Speedway for the iBog Broadcast Overlay 65 for round 7 of the Xtreme Motorsports 99 Camping World Truck Series. I am your commentator, Sean Zulu. I am joined by my good friend and producer, Dave Everly. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, Sean. How you doing, bud?
Oh, I am doing good too, thank you. Just ready to get back at this after taking a break in between there for the 4th of July. Coming back here, the Truck Series from Texas to Auto Club here. High speed, no banking, bumpy track. We're just going to have to see what these drivers have in store for us. But Dave, tell us a little bit about tonight's race, please.
Well, taking a look here at our weather, it is a nice night for racing. 78-degree track temperature, 78-degree air temperature. Partly cloudy with wind 2 mile an hour out of the north.
Yep, and the drivers do have a 65% fuel limit. That is 65% for 136 laps, 136. So that's most likely 3 to 4 required pit stops, for the drivers to be able to make it the full length of the race. Once again, 136 laps. Just a recap from the last race we had, the Longhorn 350 at Texas Motor Speedway. We had Tom Whitmore bring it home for his 4th win and his 9th career win. 4th win this season and 9th career win. Chris Gibby came out 2nd. Zachary Crazer 3rd. Curtis Vollmer 4th. Don Kidder Jr. 5th. Hunter McDaniel 6th. Chris Voiles 7th. Vernon Markheim 8th. Dustin Hart's first race with the Texas, and he came out in 9th place. And Jacob Bell in the 10th place spot, and that did round up that top 10 after Hunter McDaniel did take the pole there at Texas. Well, going over the current season standings, we still have Tom Wetmore in the lead. Zachary Crazer going from 4th place up to 2nd place here in points starting this week. Scott Mitten from 2nd down to 3rd. Rusty Farrell from 3rd to 4th. Travis Pryor still 5th in points. Curtis Vollmer going from 9th place up to 6th. Getting 3 spots this far. 24 of Chris Gibeon, new to the top 10 in 7th place. Michael Knight still 8th in points. Jacob Bell going from 10th place to 9th. And Tommy Amasi going from 6th to 10th place in points starting tonight's race here tonight at Auto Club Speedway once again for the iBog Broadcast Overlay 65 by the Xtreme Motorsports 99 Truck Series. Well, so far we are currently still under qualifying, but every driver has put in a qualifying time. And Dave, I'm looking at the times right now, and Marty Ray taking over the pole after having his first win last night in the Can-Am Series.
Yeah, he's got that momentum. Is running here last night, so he's got that. He knows what needs to be done. He is going to start here on the pole. Second position, though, 86, Adam Eisenhower. He also started last night's here at Auto Club in the K&N Pro Series. He started on the pole and then ran out of gas there as the laps were counting down. So he's hoping to have a better night here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. He is back for revenge on the same track with different machines. From the Pro Can-Am cars to the trucks, these machines do handle differently compared to the Can-Am cars, but it's always good that these drivers did practice with both machines, so they know what the track is capable of. And so far we have about 20 seconds remaining here before gridding begins, but we do see people in the chat there. Thank you for watching. Timothy Petito, Kathy McHenry. We have Pat T as usual. Thank you for watching. Melissa Ludden in the chat as well. We saw Joe White, Ender's World. That's 29 Matthew Wilson, like Mr. Highside. And let's see who else. Yeah, if you're there, let us know you're in the chat, and we'll give a shout out. And also Joshua Gillen from the Pro Can-Am series in the chat. Good to see you guys. Well, it looks like gridding has now begun, so we'll give the drivers a few seconds before we go down the grid. And Tim, I missed that. Who's your pick? Well, once again on the pole here tonight is last night's Pro Can-Am Series winner, the 65 Marty Ray. Right behind him is last night's pole sitter, Adam Eisenhower. 59 of David White starting third here tonight. 24 Chris Gibby fourth. 33 of Vernon Markheim fifth. 29 of Matthew Welsenbach starting in the 6th place position. The 50 of Scott Mitten 7th. 81 Travis Pryor, last night's 3rd place finisher 8th. The 21 of Waylon Williams 9th, and the 48 of Curtis Vollmer in the 10th place position, rounding up the top 10 in here in tonight's grid. The 14 of Vern Bradley already has one win on his belt, starting 11th. 57 of Hunter McDaniel starting 12th. 26 of Dustin Hart 13th. We have 77 of Jacob Bell 14th. The 27 of Justin Roden 15th. The 28 of Chris Voiles 16th. The 4 of Brent Kuel 17th. We have Miss Brand. It's been a while, but it's good to see him back. 11 of Ken Ladd, 18th. And we have 39 of Zachary Kraser, 19th. And 05 of Tommy Amasi starting in the 20th place spot. And that does round up the top 20. 03 Don Kidder Jr. starting 21st. The 8 of Jamie Christensen 22nd. The 71 of Chris Thorman 23rd. The 5 of Gary Woolbot 24th. And that 19 of Andy Starcher in the 25th place position. And that does give us a 25 truck field here tonight. Starting tonight's race for 136 laps with a 65% fuel limit. And after calling last night's race for the Pro Can-Am series, the Xtreme Motorsports 99, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that it's all going to come down to tire conservation, because this track will spank these guys if they're not careful.
Yeah, most definitely. We saw some guys get wicked loose coming out of the turn, smack the wall. So they are going to have to keep an eye on that throttle. They're going to have to feather it here as the laps tick down, especially once tire wear kicks in.
Oh, nicely said. And looking at Timothy Petito in the chat, Marty Ray is his pick. And ladies and gentlemen, also let us know who you think is going to win tonight's race. Joshua Gillen's pick is a 21 of Waylon Williams. So we do hope you guys are going to be active in the chat there and let us know and cheer these guys on. And we are going to let them know once we get some interviews in later on in the race. We are going green for the first time, this time by for the iBog broadcast overlay 65 by the Xtreme Motorsports 99 Truck Series here for round number 7 of the regular season. As we exit turn number 4, going green this time by Marty Ray, still holding pace speed. The pace car dips off. The driver's getting bunched up nice and tight. Marty puts it down the floor. He does catch him off guard. Adam does see it coming. He will stay ahead of the 59 of David White, but David White trying to hold off the 24 of Chris Gibby before the entrance to turn number 1 for the back of the pack. 29 of Matthew Wilsonbach, getting some bump drop help from the 81 of Travis Pryor, but to the inside is 33 of Bernard Markheim. Markheim right now gets his nose chopped off by the 29 of Wilsonbach here on the exit of 2. 48 on the outside line, Curtis Ballmer following the line of the 81 of Travis Pryor. 33 Markheim holding on nice and strong on the inside line, still getting up to speed. There's a lot of grip on the track. These tires are very new. Gonna have a little bit of a 3-wide up front, maybe not. 29 Wilsonbach trying to make some moves here. Yes, he takes it 3 wide, 81 Travis Pryor, 29 Wilsonbach, 59 David White, and also looks like that's going to be the 24 of Chris Gibby, 3 wide in return 1. David White does back off when they go back, double wide.
I tell you, Matthew Wilsonbach is looking really good in that new TN Design Chevy Silverado there. He is putting the moves on. He is moved up into 3rd position, so he is just kind of driving here, you know, after starting 6th already here on lap 2 of 136, already gained 3 positions now, running in the top 3. But as you said, Sean, we are early in this run, so they have got a little bit of time here as we see him drop down below the white line there, coming across the start-finish line. But these guys are definitely not holding back, because we saw last night the 65 of Marty Ray, the 86 of Adam Eisenhower battling it out all night long, and they are just continuing the battle here into the Camping World Truck Series for the Xtreme Motorsports 99.com, as they are still pretty much right behind each other here, battling it out up front.
Oh, absolutely. And right now, Adam Eisenhower is still doing an amazing job keeping up with the 65 of Marty Ray, and they are both pulling away from the rest of the field. 29 Wilsonbach already moving up to the 3rd place spot after starting in 6th place position, and now he does have the 81 of Travis Pryor. Travis Pryor in last night's race, we did not see much of him until the very end of the race, when he went from the back of the pack and finished in the 3rd place spot. And so far, most likely, oh, the caution flies on lap number 4 here. We're gonna back up and see who might be involved.
Well, we are going to pull up the Dre Broadcasting instant replay here. I do believe the 26th of Dustin Hart is going to be involved here, as we are going to rewind it here, focusing on the 26th of Dustin Hart, running on the outside of Brent Cool there. Oh, he goes hard into that outside wall, and, well, it looks like he's going to be the only one involved here. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle here. Yeah, gets a little loose there in the turn. He does make contact with the 03 of Don Kidder. So let's take it back here. Yeah, it's just some unfortunate contact up into the outside wall, goes into the helicopter. Don Kidder nowhere to go, but that is going to be our first caution of the night.
Oh, absolutely. Very, very unfortunate indeed for every single driver involved. The 4 of Cool, his truck just pushed up. It's one of those bumps on the inside line there in between turns number 1 and 2. And that really got the 4 of Cool squarely, sending him up into the 26 of Dustin Hart. That could have been a lot worse. So a lot of commendation for the drivers here, making that not as bad as it would have been. Going back up front, Marty Ray still in the lead. We do have Adam Eisenhower still being shown 2nd, Matthew Wilsonbach 3rd, Travis Pryor 4th and 24th, Chris Gibby in the 5th place spot, running up the top 5 so far. And Dave, these drivers deciding to stay out.
Yeah, we saw the 29 Matthew Wilsonbach fake him out, but we do have a lot of trucks down on pit road playing the pit strategy, that's for sure, Sean.
Oh, absolutely. And yep, Travis Pryor, Chris Gibby, Hunter McDaniel, Vern Markheim, Ken Ladd, Waylon Williams, Brent Kuo, Zachary Kraser, Don Kidder Jr., Tommy Amasi, Jamie Christensen, Gary Woolbot, Chris Thorman down pit road. That is more than half the field down pit road, but the top the top, let's see, top 11 drivers deciding to stay out now. That's going to include Marty Ray, Adam Eisenhower, Matthew Wilson, Curtis Vollmer, David White, Scott Mitten, Jacob Bell, Vern Bradley, Chris Voiles, Justin Rodden, and Andy Starcher. These drivers did decide to stay out. It's going to be interesting to see exactly how the 5-lap older tires compare to the newer tires that the other drivers had taken while they went down to pit road. And looking in the chat there, we have Jason Eisenhower rooting on Eisenhower Racing with his brother Adam Eisenhower and Marty Ray. And also Joshua Gillen reminding us Waylon Williams' first start in the Truck Series. Dave, Waylon is a regular driver in the Pro Can-Am Series, but this is actually his first start in the Truck Series. And thank you for that there, Joshua.
Yeah, these guys... a lot of these drivers also are running in the K&N Series. They're just trying to prove how good of a driver they are, hoping to get a seat in the higher tiers as they are working their way here through Xtreme Motorsports. Most of these drivers starting off in the K&N Pro Series. They'll move up into the trucks, and then hopefully they'll get invited into the Xfinity or the Gen 6, the Cup Series.
Oh, yeah, just like we had seen earlier in the season, the 77 of Jacob Bell was one of the drivers who was moved from the K&N Series up into the Truck Series here. And he is doing good so far, being shown in the 7th place spot, gaining half the spots. He went from 14th place to 7th as we speak, and we do have some heavy movers now. Andy Starcher going from 25th to 11th as we speak. And David, last night's race, Andy Starcher did have a rough start, but a very strong finish.
Yeah, he's hoping to have a little bit of a better run here tonight. As you said, he is currently running here, taking a look, running in the 11th position. So he's just kind of riding. He's going to let things play out here. We do have a lot of laps here remaining, 130 laps to be exact. So still got some time to make your way to the front.
The lights on the pace car are still turned on, so this does give us some time to get a race interview in. So let's focus on the 59 of David White. Well, we are joined by 59 of David White, currently running in the 5th place spot. Gonna come up there, David?
Hey, Sean. How are you guys?
Good, how are you? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been. Hopefully everything's well with you guys.
Oh, it's going very well, thank you. And man, you've been doing an amazing job these past couple of races, David, keeping a low profile in the beginning of the season, but then all of a sudden here in this stage of the season, you're always up front running with these guys. How's the race going so far?
I'm a little surprised, actually, because I'm not usually a front runner this early. I usually start farther back and work my way up. So I'm not used to seeing the front of the pace car this early in the race. But I've had some guys working with me the last few weeks, and it seems to be I seem to be coming along quite well, and my qualifying is getting a whole lot better.
Oh, Dan, well, that's very, very good to hear. And David, last night you did an amazing job as well. You got caught up in a few incidents in last night's Pro Can-Am Series race. And with that said, is there anything you learned about last night's race that you're going to be carrying over to here to increase the chances?
Yeah, stay out of mobs, because I got mugged last night. I got caught up in packs of 5 and 6 cars last night. And we got beat up pretty bad, so yeah. So I'm hoping to stay out of that here.
10-4, buddy. Well, David, you are back 1 to green. You're headed the right direction. Keep doing exactly what you're doing, and see you in victory lane.
All right, guys. Yeah, thanks again, and we'll see you again.
Well, the pace car is now off. We are still being led by the 65, Marty Ray. As the green flag flies, he gets a good run. Adam Eisenhower caught sleeping a little bit. Here comes the 29 of Matthew Walzenbach, making a move on the inside, coming into turn number 1.
And Matthew just might have him here. He edges him out, entering turn number 1. And yes, he finally successfully clears him and Adam will fall back in line there to get the sweet exit off the exit of turn number 2. And for the back of the pack, you have 48 of Curtis Vollmer right now in line behind Adam, and being followed by these 50 of Scott Mitten. And Scott Mitten already having his first win of the season. So he is trying to have his second win, hopefully here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. But we do have a lot of amazing drivers who are there to prevent that from happening. And for the back of the pack, Dave, the 27, Justin Rodden being challenged by the 14 of Vern Bradley. But Bradley backs off, and the caution flies here on lap number 10.
Well, I did see the 33 machine of Vern Markheim spinning there, so we are going to focus on the 33 of Vern Markheim here, see if we can see exactly what happened as we pull up the Dre Broadcasting replay. Looks like he was running too wide there. Let's see, yeah, contact between the 33 and it looked like the 11 of Ken Ladd there, as we were going to go back and take another look at this. Yeah, the 33 and 11 had contact. 33 went spinning around there. So that is going to bring out our second caution of the night.
Yeah, very unfortunate indeed for every single driver involved in that. Going back up front here, Marty Ray still leading. Matthew Osenbach being shown second. Adam Eisenhower third. Curtis Vollmer fourth. And Scott Mitten fifth. And Dave, since the quarter of the field did not pit in the first caution that we had, something tells me they'll be going in this time by.
Well, I'm not quite sure, Sean. They only ran one additional lap air under the green flag before the caution flew again. So they may try to stay out and try to push their fuel limit.
Oh, that is a very, very good point. Let's see exactly what happens right now. Currently being focused on the 65 of Marty Ray, our current race leader. Yep, Dave, you are absolutely correct. Marty Ray staying out this time by, but some drivers electing to go down pit road. We have Vern Bradley, Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, Jamie Christensen, Chris Thorman, and Vern Markheim. Only 6 drivers going down pit road. So a lot of drivers did decide to stay out, because here tonight we did have 25 drivers starting tonight's race, and only 6 pitted in during this caution. Let's see, we can get another interview because we have a lot of time under this caution. Let's see what we can focus on. Let's focus on the 77 of Jacob Bell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a 77 of Jacob Bell up in the Dre Broadcasting booth. Get a cup there, Jacob.
Yeah, man. I hear you. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Having a good race. We'll hopefully get all the cautions sorted out and be able to run a lot more green flag laps, but we'll see.
Oh, 10-4, and Jacob, ever since the beginning of tonight's race, you have come a long way from 14th place to 7th, and so far determined to get up to the front. But how's the truck feeling?
The truck's feeling good. Right now, trying to stay out on old tires just to kind of get a feel of how the truck starts to handle on older tires. Maybe help us out later in the race. But I mean, this Lime Design Chevy's feeling fast tonight. I think we have a legitimate shot to win, which I haven't been able to say a lot this season. But I think tonight should be a good night for us.
Oh, is that why I saw you in qualifying doing some donuts at the start-finish line?
Yeah, maybe. I was practicing for later tonight. Hopefully that's the plan. Hopefully this Lime Design Chevy's in victory lane by the end of it.
Copy that. Well, very glad to hear that determination, and look forward to seeing you in victory lane. Well, buddy, you have been doing the right things. Keep doing exactly what you're doing, and see you in victory lane.
All right, man. Thanks, and enjoy the broadcast. Enjoy you guys taking your time to do this, and have a good night.
Thank you. And that was the 77 of Jacob Bell, currently being shown in the 7th place position here behind the 59 of David White. And we can get another interview here. Let's focus on the, let's see if we can focus on the 19 of Andy Starcher. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the 19 of Andy Starcher here with Performance Motorsports. Good up there, Andy.
Hello, how are you this evening?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Man, Andy, it's great to see you here after being here last night with the Pro Can-N cars. How are the trucks handling compared to the Can-N cars?
Well, they're definitely a little bit slower than the K&N cars, but overall handling pretty much the same.
Oh, 10-4. And in last night's race in the Can-N series, we did talk to a couple of drivers who had different opinions in the long run. Some said the car was tightening up, and some said it was loosening up. But from practice here tonight with the trucks, did you have any experience? What was your experience? Was it tightening up or loosening up?
Yeah, I think it was tightening up on the little bit longer run. Haven't got quite a long enough run yet for it to tighten up. But last night, I think it felt better on a long run.
Oh, 10-4. That does make a lot of sense. And man, it was once again good to see you last night and good to see you here tonight. And you are now back 1 to green. But with how the truck's been handling so far in practice and qualifying, you think we should expect to see in victory lane tonight?
I don't know about that, but we'll try to make it up to at least top 5 maybe.
Oh, copy that, buddy. Well, see you in victory lane, buddy. Good luck.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
And that was Andy Starger with Performance Motorsports here, starting 18th behind the 4 of Brand Kuo. And on the inside, going to the back up front, Marty Ray still leading. He does have the 86 of Adam Eisenhower right behind him. On the outside, it's 29 wasn't back with the help of the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. Going green this time by the drivers, getting bunched up nice and tight on lap number 14. As we enter turns number 3 and 4 there, Adam does have a little bit of a wrinkle in his rear end from some contact. I believe that was a restart, but it's not too bad there, so he should still be able to keep up with these guys. The pace is going to be dipping off. Yep, the pace car dips off. Marty still holding pace, but he puts it on the floor. He does catch them off guard. 29 sees it coming, not quite. Nope. 86 Eisenhower is inside for the second place spot before the start finish line. 48 Curtis bumped the rescue. The 29 wasn't back here to give him some life on the front stretch before turn 1. 48 Homer clears the inside, but decides to stay high with the 29 wasn't back. But then goes back down low to get around. 29 wasn't back here. Before 86, Adam gets sideways, taps the apron, goes sideways again off the track. He's going to the wall. Yes, he smacks that wall. Oh, man. Made a lot of 360s right there. But he's now rolling here. He is back straight and trying to get back up to speed. And Dave, that was a hard impact.
Yeah, we're going to have to pull that up here on the Dre Broadcasting Network replay here. Take a look. That apron is not your friend here as we are focusing on the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. Gets too far down on that apron. That truck starts sidetracking. He goes for a little dirt track down into the inside wall. As you said, heavy contact on that outside wall. But doesn't look like the motor's blown. He's just got some heavy front end damage.
Yeah, most definitely. And Dave, he tried his best to counter steer it, but that thing was not turning. He was carrying way too much speed. And as we speak, he is going down pit road to get his backup truck, because they do have one backup truck here. So he will be getting that out early on in tonight's race and trying to get back out there, trying to get his laps back, because he most likely will be going a lap or more down before he exits pit road. But going back up front, Marty Ray still leading. Matthew wasn't back, being shown second. Scott Mitten third. Jacob Bell fourth. Jacob wrecking on the track. 15 Mitten sideways. 77 Jacob Bell involved. 48 Curtis Vollmer. They keep wrecking. 81 Travis Pryor. They keep piling in at 57 Hunter McDaniel. The big junk on the exit of turn number 2. Oh man, let's back it up on the 77 of Jacob Bell and see what happened.
Yeah, looks like the apron just claimed another victim here. Focusing on the 77 of Jacob Bell here as we are going to rewind it. Coming down too wide with the 50 of Scott Mitten, getting down to that white line. Just a little too far, getting down on that apron. The 48 goes up, and you got those 3 trucks just spinning here.
Man, it was just like some pinball action there. So many trucks were roadblocks and got hit by oncoming traffic that had nowhere to go. That's very unfortunate indeed for every single driver involved in that. That was quite the big wreck. And 77 Jacob Bell here is smoking heavily, trying to get around the track, going down to pit road as soon as he gets the chance. And hopefully he's able to keep that motor running, because he might just end up blowing it. It might end up blowing up due to all that smoke. Not enough air getting into that motor to cool it down, so it might overheat and blow up before it gets it. But fingers crossed for Jacob Bell. But going back up front, Marty Ray still leading. Matthew Ozenbach being shown second. Justin Roden third. David White fourth, and Chris Boyle is making his first appearance here in the top 10 and top 5. And the leader leads them all down pit road this time by. We have some drivers staying out behind the pace car. Dustin Hart going to begin the wave around the pace car this time by, being shown the first driver a lap down. Yes, he gets his lap back on lap number 19. Great job, Dustin Hart, back on the lead lap. We have 39, Zachary Crazy taking over the race lead here tonight on lap number 19 for his first lap, led with a 14 of Vern Bradley right behind him in second place. So at this point on the lead lap, we have 3 drivers who elected to stay out. So that's going to include Zachary Crazer, Vern Bradley, and also the 19 of Andy Starcher did decide to stay out. And so far, Zach has 14 laps from the last time he last pitted in, compared to Vern and Starcher, who only have 8 laps on their tires. So if they do keep staying out, we're going to see exactly how that affects them, if any, once we go green the next time by. And now we have a lot of drivers moving up to the top 10. We do have Gary Wubot here moving up from 24th place to 11th. Tommy Matz from the 20th place to 14th. Don Kidder Jr. from the 21st place to 17th. And a lot more drivers that back in the pack due to the incident that we had. And this does give us some time for a race. So let's focus on our leader, the 39 of Zachary Crazer. And we are being joined by our leader here, Zachary Crazer, up in the Dre broadcasting booth. You're up there, Zach.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Well, just hoping this goes a little green here. Just trying to survive right now.
Oh, 10-4, but so far you have been doing an amazing job of surviving, and that truck does not have a single scratch on it, starting 19th, and are now leading for your second or third lap this time by. But how is the truck feeling in practice, buddy?
It was a little bit tighter than when I would practice early in the week, but you know, so far so good. I mean, I'm just trying to avoid all the major wrecks here so far. I mean, one of these races, if we can go green, I always tend to have a good long run truck, so I'm hoping we can get a couple green flag laps in.
Oh, copy that, Zach. And Zach, I do notice you are working with a couple of teammates there from Outlaw Jagger Racing. I do hope to see them in victory lane. I mean, do you plan on bringing them with you to victory lane tonight?
Well, if I win, anybody can come to victory lane because it'll be an open bar pretty much. So hopefully we can just survive here, get a top 10. We're just trying to make the chase here for this season. So hopefully we can hopefully make it to the end.
Oh, copy that, buddy. Well, all season long, you've done an amazing job finishing third in the last race we had for Longhorn 350 Texas Motor Speedway. So with that said, you do have what it takes to get the job done. So, man, just spank these guys as usual and make us proud.
All right, 10-4. Thanks, guys.
That was our current race leader, Zachary Crazer, who started 19th and is now currently leading. Vern Bradley moved up to second place. Andy Starcher third. Justin Roden fourth. And the 4 of Brent Kuo in that 5th place position. And we are now back one to green. The drivers going double wide, getting set up for the next green flag run coming up. And so far, the top 3 drivers, once again, Zach Crazer, Vern Bradley, and Andy Starcher, have 7 laps more on their tires compared to the rest of the field. So fingers crossed, and let's see exactly how that affects these drivers. They just might be roadblocks, so maybe it won't affect him any, since they didn't have too many green flag laps, just like Dave had pointed out early on, just yet. But here on this lineup, we do have Zach with the help of the 19 of Andy Starch on the inside line. Vern Bradley on the outside with the help of the 27 of Justin Roden. Justin Roden, Andy Starcher, Vern Bradley, all new to the top 5 here on lap 21 of 136. Well, let's get this done. Green flag run coming up. The drivers still need 3 to 4 pit stops in order for them to be able to make it all the way. So we should expect to see some green flag pit stops, because we do see green flag pit stops every week in the Truck Series. Exiting turn 4 here, the pacer is going to be dipping off, going green.
Pace car is off. We are waiting for the green flag. 39 jumps the gun there, gets out in front. 14 of Vern Bradley saw it coming. He is on the outside. 19 of Andy Starcher. As we see a truck just kind of blink out a little bit, but they are coming here and already back single file here into turn number 1.
The 4 of Brett making some moves against the 19 of Andy Starcher. Andy Starcher on the outside line, left it high and dry. 27 of Justin to the rescue to give a bump drop here on the backstretch. 29 was the back, takes it 3 wide for the 4 of Brent Cool on the 19 of Andy Starcher. Let's see what happens in turn 3. 29 was back, still maintains the inside line. There's still 3 wide. 4 of Cool backs up, and that makes him go back double wide. 29 was back goes from, let's see, that's going to be about 7th place to 5th place in 1 lap. And we have a cluster for the back in the pack. 6-5 Marty Ray, 27 Justin Roden, 19 starts in the 4 of Cool. Oh, contact up front there, wrecking 4 of Cool in the wall. The 19 of Andy gets a piece of the action as well. We do stay green. Oh, we have a cluster on the track. Yes, the drivers are able to all avoid that. Dave, if we can, let's back it up on Brent Cool and see what happened.
Well, as we pull up the Dre Broadcasting instant replay here, focusing on the 4 Brent Cool. See here, 4 wide, and some contact made. Brent Cool up into the wall, right in front of the 19 of Andy Starcher. And then you see he's trying to get back up to speed. Everybody coming at him at a high rate, but is able to get around him. That is going to keep us green flag racing, Sean.
Absolutely nice save by all drivers involved, and I'm not sure how that did not bring out a caution, man. That was going to be ugly, but a lot of great awareness by every driver on the track. Very commendable. And as we speak, Brent Kuo is now on pit road. Getting some, trying to get some service on that machine. We have 28 of Chris Voss as well. Chris give you down pit road this time by, and Chris Voss on pit road taking 4 tires as we speak, and is now rolling off. Well, this is a very early pit stop, considering we just went green from the last caution for the 28 of Chris Voiles. So he is on a strategy of his own, but going back up front, Zachary Chris still leading, but the 4 of Cool, or the 14 of Vern Bradley, Dave, is now all over his back bumper.
Yeah, and both of these drivers got to watch who's back here in 3rd place. We call him Mr. Super Speedway. We see him week in, week out on the super speedways, but he is showing us he's a versatile driver here, as he is right here ready to stick his nose into the battle. He gets to the inside of Vern Bradley. He is going to overtake that 2nd position, as he is now focused on the race lead, the 29 of Matthew Walzenbach.
Yeah, but Matthew going now from the 7th place spot to 2nd, well, to the lead in a matter of only 3 laps. 39 of Krazer falls back in line right behind him there. And once again, Zach Krazer does have a lot more laps on his tires compared to Matthew Welzenbach. But Zach right now looks to the inside of the 29 Welzenbach, trying to get a run on his left rear quarter panel. But he does not seem to have enough time to make it as the turn was approaching. So he just backed off to let him maintain that position. For the back of the pack, we have the 03 Don Kidder Jr., 77 Jacob Bell in his rear end, 24 Chris Gibew on the outside line. Chris Gibew staying high on the front straightaway. He will be followed by the 77 of Jacob Bell. All 3 Don Kidder falls back in line, or at least tries to. He tries to go up high to have a sweet entrance, to have a nice arc entering turn number 1. 24 Gibew goes way wide. That does allow him to lose 2 spots to the 03 of Junior and the 77 of Bell.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that it'll do to see what the 24 is doing. He is staying up high, riding the high line here at this track. But I'll tell you what that's letting him do. That's letting him save some tires. So when these guys' tires start wearing, he's going to have a little bit better tires and be able to wheel them in a lot quicker.
Oh, that's a very good point. Yeah, playing it smart, setting himself up for the long run. And yeah, if we have a green flag run, he will benefit from that. He most likely will be able to overtake a lot of drivers due to so far, because everyone just seems to be taking positions away because they are taking advantage of those tires before those tires go away. And this week 24, Gibby's not making moves against the 03 of Don Keeter Jr. for the 9th place position. And for the back in the pack day, we do have the 5 of Gary Woolbot riding single file behind the 48 of Curtis Bomber. And Curtis is watching a battle between the 59 of White and that's going to be the 24. Sorry, actually that's the 26 of Dustin Hart. Dustin Hart was involved in a wreck early on. He did use his backup truck. He did get his wave around. He got his lap back. He's back on the lead lap, and he's now hungry for blood, trying to get back up there the best he can. And Dave for the back in the pack 50 of Scott Mitten as well was involved in a very, very big wreck. One of the biggest wrecks we had down the exit turn 2. And he still has a lot of bad, heavy damage on that machine. And at this point, I believe Scott has not used his backup truck because that was his only wreck. So he's just trying to save it for a rainy day later on in the race. He will be using it so he can be able to keep up the pace, because that is some bad damage and that is affecting for sure.
Yeah, he's got some heavy damage on the left, heavy damage on the back, but he is he's keeping it up to speed, a little slower than everybody else, only getting up to a top speed of 170, so it is definitely affecting him. As we see Andy Sturger running back in 18th position. Travis Pryor also involved in an earlier incident there, running back in 19th position, but he is sitting in a pretty good spot there, as he is 1 lap down, the first truck a lap down, so he is sitting in that lucky dog spot. He is just waiting on a caution so he can get back on that lead lap.
And I'm glad you pointed that out, Dave. Travis Pryor right now does have his next victim, or his biggest victim right now, or his biggest threat for the lucky dog, the 86 of Adam Eisenhower right behind him. And speaking of Adam, Adam did qualify on the pole last night. He was a very fast driver in the Pro Can-N series, and Travis was as well. So it's going to be very, very stiff here between these two drivers, hoping for a caution so they can be able to get back on the lead lap. The 4, Brent Cool as well being shown a lap down, 71, Chris Thorman, Jamie Christensen, Ken Ladd, Chris Boyles also being shown about 2 laps down here on lap number 30. Actually, it's going to be lap number 32 for the leaders. I was looking at the lap cars. But up front here, the 29 wasn't back. Does have a 3/10 lead over the 39 of Zachary Kraser. And Dave, surprisingly, the time difference is not making too big of a difference here between the two drivers, Rosenbach and Kraser.
Yeah, most definitely. But look who's sitting there in 3rd place, the 65 of Marty Ray, as he is now looking to the inside of the 39 of Kraser, coming here into turn number 3 and turn 4. He is going to drop down low. I think he is going to be able to clear him on the exit of turn 4. Yes, he will. He is going to clear him. Now he is wanting that lead back here on lap 33 of 136, 104 laps remaining.
And Dave, I just now saw this. We have a new driver here racing. The 32 of Mason Kane is on the track as we speak. He is 27 laps down here, had a rough start. Well, he missed the start, but he is still here, determined to get all these laps back and try and finish up there the best he can for the most points possible. And as we speak, he is being shown 26th, riding behind the 81 of Travis Pryor.
Taking a look here at the 05 of Tommy Amassi. Haven't really talked much about him tonight. Currently running in 14th position, but he is right behind the 59 of David White, looking to his inside there. Also with the 5 of Gary Wolbert running here in 12th, 13th, and 14th position. And then right behind him is the 24 of Chris Gibbio.
And David White right now setting up a move against the 5 of Gary Woolbot. Gary Woolbot does stay high on the exit of 2. And David White occupies his inside, but the 5 Woolbot got a slingshot. So he's going to lead a slight nose on the backstretch entering turn number 3. They're going a little bit up front here. We do have a battle between the 48 of Curtis Vollmer and the 26 of Dustin Hart. Dustin Hart has a brand new machine, 48 Vollmer, a big dent in his rear end, and looks like the 26 of Dustin will maintain the 9th place spot. 48 Curtis Vollmer still being shown in the 10th place spot, but Vollmer having a different race line from the 26 of Dustin Hart, but Dustin does chop his nose off, entering turn number 2 on the exit of 2. Dustin will prepare with a big run, and the gap in between him and the 48 of Vollmer does increase.
Yeah, most definitely. But taking a look here, Zachary Krazer, he has got 13 laps more than most of these drivers here, with 29 laps on his tires. We saw the K&N cars run last night, right about 30 to 40 laps on a tank of fuel. So the question is when are we going to start seeing some green flag pit stops here in the Camping World Truck Series?
A very, very good question indeed. I can't wait to find that out, but from experience, that might just be in between laps number 20 through 30 here with the truck series, because these trucks are running a 65% fuel limit compared to the K&N cars that run 50% fuel limits. So yeah, they should be able to. That should be the pit window for the trucks. But they're going back a little bit up front here. We have this 57 Hunter McDaniel occupying the inside of the 39 of Zachary Krazer. After overtaking the 65 of Marty Ray, Hunter McDaniel gets around the 39 of Zach Krazer. Now his next victim, well, he's not quite clear. Yes, he finally is clear on the exit of turn 2. His next victim in line is the leader, the 29 of Matthew Wilsenbach. And Matthew Wilsenbach at this point has a 1.8 second lead over second place driver, 57 of Hunter McDaniel. Hunter McDaniel was involved in that big wreck we had on the exit of turn 2 and did have to use his backup truck, and is now back out here trying to stay up in front to most likely stay out of the pack, so stay out of the clusters, just like David White had talked about during his interview there under caution a couple of laps back. And for the back in the pack, 77 of Jacob Bell as well, making some moves on the 33 of Vern Markheim. Vern Markheim on the outside line, Jacob Bell on the inside line, exiting turn number 2 here at Adam Eisenhower. Makes some moves on both drivers. And last time I checked, Travis Pryor and Adam Eisenhower were nose to tail, but now that has changed. I can't seem to find a distance between them. Well, actually, they are spread out quite a bit. They do have a lot of traffic in between them. Vern Markheim, Jacob Bell, and also Mason Kane in between them. So that's exactly why Adam is racing these drivers hard. He is trying to catch up to Travis Pryor so he can overtake him, so he can be eligible for that lucky dog if a caution comes out. And for the back in the pack, we do have the 24 of Chris Gibby behind the 05 of Tommy Master, just riding single file. The field is very, very spread out at this point.
Yeah, and I'm keeping an eye here on the 21 of Waylon Williams. He is making some moves here as they are going 3 wide around the 8 machine, but he has moved up in the 5th position as he is now battling the 39 of Zachary Krazer for that number 4 spot. Williams will be on the inside and Krazer on the outside, and it looks like he will overtake that 4th position. So after starting 9th position, he has gained 5 spots and now inside the top 5.
Well, Dave, scratch what I said early on about Zachary Krazer's tires not affecting him too much. Well, I guess that was not too accurate, because it is definitely affecting him. As we speak, he's backing down, going down pit road this time by with 35 laps on his tires. First driver with green flag pit stops, 27 Justin Rhoda, following him down to pit road this time by, and Justin only having 22 laps on his tires, a lot less compared to Zachary Krazer at this point. This most likely will influence the rest of the field to start making those calculations and speaking to their pit crews about pitting in. But going back up front, Dave, Hunter McDaniel has now gained about 0.2 of a second that lap against the leader 29 of Matthew Wilsenbach. And Hunter is a fast driver. He is catching up to the Matthew Wilsenbach in every single lap. as we have 39 of Zachary Crazer now exiting pit road.
Yes, so we definitely know Zachary Crazer's on a different pit strategy here, as we have got a long green flag run here, as we are now 95 laps remaining here tonight in the iBog broadcast overlay 65 here with the Xtreme Motorsports 99.com. So still got some time though, but Hunter McDaniel is definitely putting the hammer down and starting to reel in the 29 of Walzenbach. So, but I mean, they got to watch, because Marty Ray's just sitting back there in third position. We seen him have a real strong run last night in the K&N Pro Series, so we know he knows his way around the track, so he may just be sitting back there waiting for the opportune time.
Oh yeah, and also another driver last night who did make up a lot of time during pit stops was the 81 of Travis Pryor. So he also is a driver to definitely keep our eye on here tonight. And so far the leaders having 25 laps on their tires. They just might prove me wrong on that pit window. But we are about to find out. I did say in between laps number 20 through 30. So fingers crossed and see how accurate or how close I was or how far off I was. And going for the back of the pack is 26 of Dustin Hart. Behind the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. They are spread out about, let's see, less than a second, 0.8 seconds. And he is catching up to him as we speak. We do have some battles going on further back up front between the 11 of Ken, actually 32 of Mason Kane, and the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. Eisenhower determined to get his lap back to try and catch the 81 of Travis Pryor. And now nothing's separating him. Actually, we have two drivers separating him from 81 Travis Pryor, 21 Waylon Williams, and 77 of Jacob Bell.
Well, they got to watch though, because the 39 there, Zachary Crazer, also one lap down, is on newer tires. So he is he's watching as he gets around the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. Now he is just going to catch Travis Pryor to be the first truck a lap down. Travis Pryor currently running in 13th position, only 12 trucks left on the lead lap.
Oh man, once those pit stops kick in, things will get very interesting. And now the leaders have 27 laps on their tires. 3 more laps before I get to my maximum estimated mark of before they run out of gas. So let's see just how close I was. Vern Markheim pitting in this time by down pit road with 27 laps on his tires. And let's see, is he going to be followed by the looks of it? No, he will not. So he was the only driver pitting in this time by. So maybe this would be a good time for me to change my pit window. Maybe it's in between laps number 30 through 35. For the back in the pocket 5 of Gary Woolbot running on the inside, trying to get the inside of 59 of David White. Was not close enough to make a difference. Let's make that work here. Entering turn number 3, he gets overtaken with the 27 of Justin Rodden. He backs it down. He is downshifting, going down pit road this time by on lap 46.
Yeah, most definitely. So it looks like most of these drivers going 27 laps, but Matthew Walzenbach currently 28 laps out in the lead there, as he has got a pretty good gap there over the 57 of Hunter McDaniel, right about 1.6 seconds. So actually, Hunter McDaniel is actually closing in on that, as we are taking a look at him right here, looking real good. He is down to 1.599, so he is biting into that lead. 1.1. Yeah, he is up. Nope, there goes Matthew Walzenbach down on the pit road.
Yeah, Matthew Walzenbach, Marty Ray, Jacob Bell, Gary Woolbot, Adam Eisenhower, all down pit road this time by with 29 laps on their tires. Hunter McDaniel takes over the race lead on lap number 48, leading his first lap of tonight's race. And since the leaders have pitted in, something tells me Hunter McDaniel most likely will be going down pit road, maybe this time by, or if not, next time. But let's keep an eye on it. His speed is decreasing. Yes, he is pitting in this time by. That's going to pass the race lead over to the 21 of Williams. Nope, Williams is pitting in as we speak. 48, Curtis Vollmer staying out. Yes, Curtis does decide to stay out and will take over the race lead here on lap 49. So I guess I was a little bit close. So far, the latest we've seen drivers pit lap number with 30 laps on their tires. And so far, Curtis Vollmer has 29 laps from the last time he last pitted in. So just right after leading this, he might also be going down pit road after getting that bonus point.
Yeah, taking a look through my stats here, if you take it to 11 of Ken Ladd, he has got 30 laps on his tires as he is now coming into 3 and 4. Does it? I'm not sure. No, he is not going to be. Yep, he is going to back it down here with 30 laps on his tires, coming down for his green flag pit stop here on lap 49. Also, the 48 of Curtis Balmer coming down on pit road as well.
The next driver in line for the lead would be the 05 of Tommy Amasi. Yes, it is. Tommy Amasi is leading his first lap of tonight's race on lap number 50. And so far, yep, he's the only driver left on the lead lap who has yet to pit in. So he should be coming down to pit road here before too long. But ladies and gentlemen, we now have 50 laps. We have completed 50 laps here tonight, having 87 laps remaining in tonight's race. We're going to take our first commercial break of tonight's race so we can thank our sponsors and you guys can get your first round of popcorn and refreshments. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
iRacing, you one of the best. You got 'em for a risk. Often imitated, never iRacing, you one of the best. You got 'em for a risk. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show under the world of outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the iBog broadcast overlay 65 for round 7 of the Xtreme Motorsports 99 Camping World Track Series. Going back to the race, we now have the same leader, the previous leader before the green flag pits that kicked in. 29 wasn't back. He has Hunter McDaniel about 2 seconds behind him. Zachary Crazer being shown 3rd, Marty Ray 4th, and Jacob Bell in the 5th place spot. That's rounding up our top 5 this far. We do have the 29 who wasn't back right now, trying his best to pull away the best he can. But Hunter McDaniel is catching up to him at a very slower rate every single lap, but he is catching.
Yeah, most definitely. But now these drivers got to be aware. This field is definitely spread out, so there's lap cars all around. So everybody's got to be careful getting around these lap cars. So that's going to slow down the leaders, slow down everybody trying to chase them. So as we are now 80 laps remaining here at Auto Club.
Yep, and Matthew Rosenbach is now starting to catch up the back of the pack. He is catching the 28 of Chris Voyles. Chris Voyles is being shown 2 laps down right now. He is on the move, trying to keep that leader behind him to avoid going more laps down. He is overtaking the 8 as we speak of Jamie Christensen. Speaking of matchup, Jamie Christensen is an amazing driver as well here, putting the pedal down the floor, trying to use the draft of the 28 of Chris Voyles to try and catch up to him. And Jamie does seem to have a little bit of front-end damage on that machine, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. So at this point, he is trying his best to find 5th gear so he can be able to better keep that leader behind him for the longest time possible before a caution comes out. All these guys hoping for a caution, because at this point, we only have 15 drivers on the lead lap of a 25 car field, 25 truck field. So 10 drivers are a lap or more down, and the other 15 are on the lead lap. And going a little bit up front in the pack, 14 of Vern Bradley as we speak is trying to catch his next victim for position. That's going to be 48 of Curtis Bomer, but it's being shown about 5 seconds behind Curtis. At the same time, he does have 27 of Justin Rodden right behind him. At the same time, Rodden is about 1.8 seconds behind Vern Bradley and Dave. That just goes to show how those green flag pit stops spread the field out.
Yeah, most definitely. We are getting closer and closer to the halfway point here tonight. So these drivers know that, but I tell you what, we had some early cautions in here. So taking a look at our race report, we've had 3 cautions for 11 laps and 6 lead changes. But since those 3 cautions, we are on a long green flag run here, already seeing our first round of green flag pit stops.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We do have rough starts, but that's only because the drivers are still getting used to the machines and how they keep changing with every single lap on the racing surface. Once the drivers get used to it, we do see a lot of side-by-side action and a lot of green flag runs. Just like we have seen in the past at Texas and the other tracks that we've raced this far this season here in the Truck Series, and same with the Pro Can-In Series as well on Monday nights. And also, this would be a good time to plug. You guys like what you see here tonight, don't forget to check out XtremeMotorsports99.com. Start with the X in Xtreme, the first X in Xtreme. Well, I guess there's only one X, but yeah, start the X in Xtreme Motorsports 99. They do have a Road Series on Monday nights, Pro Can-In Series on Monday nights as well, Truck Series on Tuesday nights, V-Car Series or Xfinity Series on Wednesday nights, and Cup Series or Gen 6 Series on Thursday nights. And you can check out the Wednesday night series and Thursday night series on the OSR network with Joe White and Ryan Daniels. And once again, that's XtremeMotorsports99.com. Going back the race, Dave Hunter McDaniel has now decreased the lead of Matthew Rosenbach to less than a second. Last time we checked, it was about 1.8 seconds, but now it's down to about 9/10 of a second and decreasing now down to 7/10 of a second. And he does definitely have him inside. He is now in his draft range, so that draft definitely will suck him in and will work with Hunter McDaniel, but against Matthew Rosenbach. Before too long, and unfortunately we have lost 2 drivers, Mason Kane and the 03 of Don Kidder Jr. In day for 3rd place, Jacob Bell, Marty Ray, they are separated by about 3/10 of a second. Very, very close to each other. In the draft is at its strongest here at this point, and Marty Ray trying his best to get up there, maybe work with Jacob Bell and try and catch up to Hunter McDaniel and Matthew Welzenbach here before too long, before the next round of green flag pit stops. Kicking 77, Jacob Bell did get into the wall there of exit of turn number 4, and that allowed Marty Ray to get around him there unharmed. That was a nice save by Jacob Bell. Nicely done.
Yeah, good job by him by keeping that truck up high, keeping it going straight, keeping this long green flag run that we are currently on. So, I'll tell you what, they're doing a good job out here tonight. Matthew Welzenbach leading 34 laps tonight. Marty Ray leading 17. Zachary Kraser leading 8 laps. Tommy Amassi leading 2. Curtis Balmer and Hunter McDaniel both leading 1 lap here tonight.
Speaking of Zachary Kraser, he just overtook the 77 of Jacob Bell, and now his next victim in line for position is the 21 of Waylon Williams. Waylon is currently in the 4th place spot, trying to catch the 65 of Marty Ray. And Marty Ray is now being shown about 3.9 seconds behind the 29 Welzenbach, the race leader. And now Hunter McDaniel has decreased that lead to about 0.6 of a second. Oh, actually now down to 0.4 of a second against 29 Welzenbach, but he does have a 50 of Scott Mitten right behind him. Scott Mitten, 2 laps down, brand new machine. He is trying to get around these leaders, getting his lap back the hard way.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, the 81 there of Travis Pryor, he is hoping on a caution, riding right here behind the 50 of Scott Mitten. He is in the lucky dog spot, 1 lap down. He is wanting to get back on that lead lap. We are 14 trucks on the lead lap, and then we have 5 trucks 1 lap down, and then we've got 3 trucks 2 laps down. So some of these guys are hoping for a caution, but I tell you, I think Matthew Welzenbach, Hunter McDaniel, and Marty Ray are hoping this thing goes green flag the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, those drivers definitely do not want to see a caution whatsoever. They are in good spots, and they do love the long runs, because then they do get better acquainted with these machines, just like the previous driver we talked to had talked about up here in the booth. And Dave in the pack here, 33 of Vern Markheim is now riding behind 26 of Dustin Hart. Dustin Hart has lost a lap there due to the green flag pit stops we had, and has since sustained some right side damage on that machine, but is still going nice and strong, trying to catch up to his next victim in line here for position. That's going to be the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. So we have Travis Pryor, Adam Eisenhower, Dustin Hart, Andy Starcher, Brent Kuo. These drivers are all fighting for the lucky dog and hoping for a caution, just like everybody else. 50 Scott Mitten, Ken Ladd, Chris Voiles, all these drivers once again hoping for a caution. These 3 drivers as talked about, Scott Mitten, Ken Ladd, and Chris Voiles, are all being shown 2 laps down, so they are fighting for position within that range.
Going back up front, it looks like the 57 of Hunter McDaniel has caught the 29 of Matthew Welzenbach. Only 1 lap separates these guys on their tires since their pit strategy. Is Matthew Welzenbach currently on lap 20, coming to 21. Hunter McDaniel coming lap 19, lap 20. We have seen these guys do 30, 31 laps on a tank of fuel. So right about 10 more laps, actually probably within 7 to 10 more laps, we'll see our second round of green flag pit stops.
Yep, and as we speak, 57 Hunter McDaniel is now all over 29 of Welzenbach. Welzenbach most likely feeling the pressure of the 57 of Hunter filling up his rear view mirror. That is very, very, very not the best feeling. And Marty Ray, Dave, has lost a lot of time to the leaders. Last time I checked, he was 3.9 seconds behind Welzenbach, but now that has gone up to 4.9 seconds, almost 5 seconds against Welzenbach. And now 50 of Scott Mitten poking his nose into this mix, trying to get around the leaders. And once he gets around the 57 of McDaniel and the 29 Welzenbach, he will be able to get 1 lap back and be back to 1 lap down. And the 50 of Mitten does seem to be very, very fast, because he did catch up to these guys.
Yeah, most definitely. He is wanting to get back to just 1 lap down here, as we are now on lap 70, beyond the halfway point. So we are counting these laps down. These drivers still running right about low 40 to mid 40-second lap times out here at Auto Club. So, but as you said, and I said, we're going to start seeing some more green flag pit stops, as we did see the 39 of Zachary Kraser come down pit road. Also, Jacob Bell was down on pit road. Vern Bradley, Justin Roden, and Ken Ladd, all down, or Andy Sarcher, all down on pit road.
Don't forget the 65 of Marty Ray. Marty Ray now just now exit pit road, is getting up to speed. Is being shown one lap down because you do lose a lap there while you're on pit road. So once things cycle out, he will be able to get back on the lead lap and hopefully take over the race, then lead a couple of laps here in tonight's race. And now the leaders are coming up to about 24 laps on their tires. Matthew Welzenbach. So here in the next 6 laps, because basically during the last run, we did notice that the longest the leaders went on their tires was about 30 laps. So if that's the case, then in 5 more laps, everyone should have pitted in. We have Waylon down pit road, Vern Markheim down pit road, David White down pit road this time by. And now we only have, let's see, 5 drivers on the lead lap, still have to pit in.
Yeah, most definitely. So we are seeing our second round of green flag pit stops, 65 laps remaining here tonight. So they're counting down. Curtis Balmer running currently in 3rd position, right about 12-13 seconds back from our leader, Matthew Welzenbach. Chris Gibu now running in the top 5 in 4th position, right about 23 seconds behind. Gary Wobolt moving up into the top 5, now running in the top 5, running in that 5th position.
And we do have a new viewer checking into the chat. There's going to be Melissa Ludden rooting for Dustin. So Dustin does have a few fans. Yeah, but going back up front here, McDaniel. Oh, the 50 meter makes a move against the 50 round to McDaniel. And McDaniel will stay high to let him by. That will cause McDaniel to lose a lot of time to the leader, 29 of Welzenbach.
Well, they are getting to the end of their tire run and their fuel run, so he's just kind of letting, he knows that that's not for position, so he's going to let the 50 of Scott Mitten go and just kind of use his draft to try to save a little fuel and save a little tire.
And we have more drivers down pit road. Gary Woolbot pitting in this time by Adam Eisenhower down pit road as we speak as well. And now that leaves only 4 drivers on the lead lap left to pit in. Matthew Welzenbach, Hunter McDaniel, Curtis Vollmer, and Chris Gibu. These 4 drivers still needing to pit in, and they are top 4 respectively. And that all 5 of Tommy Massey being shown in the 5th place position. Tommy Massey has 24 laps on his tires, and it's somehow showing him a lap down, Dave.
Actually, Sean, I'm showing him he is on the lead lap, but he's on the verge of going a lap down here. He is currently being shown, let's see, about 33 seconds behind our current race leader, 29 of Matthew Welzenbach.
Oh, that does make a lot of sense. Thank you for clarifying that. And Dave, the leaders are now pitting in as we speak. Matthew Welzenbach, Hunter McDaniel, nose to tail down pit road. Curtis Vollmer taking over the race lead this time by on lap number 75. Actually, it's not even showing. It's not showing the 48 of Curtis on the as the leader just yet. So he will have to stay out one more lap in order for him to be shown as a new race leader. And let's see now: Curtis Vollmer, Chris Gibu, Tommy Massey, Travis Pryor still need to pit in. And now Travis Pryor is being shown the lead lap.
Yep, with the 81 of Travis Pryor making his way down onto pit road, this is going to put him back 1 lap down. He has been doing a good job at holding in that lucky dog spot, but unfortunately, looks like these guys may go green flag, and that's going to keep him about 1 lap down.
Yep, once he gets those new set of tires, those 4 tires, he will be putting that hammer down the floor to try and make the best use of those brand new tires before they wear out. Make up as much time as he can, and hopefully maybe catch up to the leaders and get his lap back the hard way. And the 50 of Scott Mitten was able to get around the leaders who pitted in, and is now back to 1 lap down, fighting for the lucky dog. Same with Travis Pryor, Vern Markheim, Vern Bradley, Justin Roden, Gary Ubot, David White, Brian Kuhl, Adam Eisenhower, Ken Ladd. So he does have a lot of stiff competition for that lucky dog. And that 48 of Curtis Vollmer still deciding to stay out now with 29 laps on his tires. So he most likely will be pitting in either this time or next time.
Yeah, most definitely. Curtis Vollmer now leading 3 laps here tonight. But the man on point so far here tonight is going to be Matthew Walzenbach. But taking a look here, oh, Matthew Walzenbach gets into the outside wall there on turn number 4. That is going to drop him back as he is passed by Marty Ray and Hunter McDaniel. So Matthew Walzenbach now leading in 6th. He's got some damage there on that right front side of his Silverado as he got into the wall.
He's trying to get around against the 81 of Travis Pryor here. He will try and counter that damage with the use of that draft here on this straight stretch. And so far, so good. Not affecting him too bad because he is at the maximum draft range here. Maximum draft range for these trucks. But off turn number 4, Travis does propel past him, and he will try and go back down to the inside line, the shortest way around the track here around Auto Club. And goes back up high to set himself up for the entrance to turn number 1. And up front, Dave 48, former Chris Gibby going down pit road, this time by.
Well, that is going to hand that lead over to the 05 of Tommy Amassi as we are now focusing on him. Is he going to come down pit road, or is he going to stay out and lead another lap? He is going to stay out, lead a lap here, as he has already led 2 laps, so this will be his 3rd lap led here tonight at Auto Club.
And this now marks lap number 30 on Tommy Massi's fuel tank. So it's only a matter of time before it comes down pit road. This might be him running the tank dry. So if he does go more than 30 laps, then it's going to let us know that these drivers have a different pit window. Maybe in between laps number 30 and 35. But fingers crossed, here he comes, entering turn 3.
Well, Sean, we have just read a comment there by Pat T. She said she could listen to you speak all night long.
10-4. Hey, Pat T, I do appreciate that. And look at that, Dave 05 Tommy Messi going down pit road, the maximum of 30 laps on his tank and his tires. And that now cycles out all the pit stops. And Scott Mitton as well pitting in this time by. And Dave, since Scott has pitted in this time, he might be most likely going back down to 2 laps down.
Yeah, most definitely. But now that he is pitted, that is going to put the 57 Hunter McDaniel out in the lead. Marty Ray 2nd, Matthew Walzenbach 3rd, Zachary Chrysler 4th, and Waylon Williams, who's been running in the top 5 all night tonight. Not bad for his first race here in the Xtreme Motorsports 99.com Camping World Truck Series. He has been running top 5 real strong, and he is riding right behind the 39 of Zachary Chrysler.
Look at Travis Pryor drafting off 65 of Marty Ray. Oh, 81 Travis Pryor's new tires, so he does go to the inside there and gets around Marty Ray. Marty Ray right now trying to be conservative, lets him by, and he is now trying to catch his biggest opponent so far, the new leader, the 57 of Hunter McDaniel, here before too long. And he does have, let's see, the spread at about 2.6 seconds. So Hunter McDaniel's lead is getting nothing but bigger. And as we speak, Hunter McDaniel is now catching up the back of the pack once again. He does have the 28 of Chris Voiles inside. 28 Voiles in turn is behind 26 of Dustin Hart. Dustin Hart is well trying to get around the 19, or catch up and get around the 19 of Andy Starcher once again for position and for that lucky dog, because all these drivers are a lap down. And Travis Pryor still being shown the first driver a lap down, so that has not changed. But now Adam has 2 more spots to gain, and that's going to be Tommy Amassi and Travis Pryor.
Yeah, most definitely. But Sean, I tell you, we've just seen 2 green flag pit stops. That means we are at least well over a 60-lap green flag run here at Auto Club. So these drivers are showing why they're some of the best drivers out there on iRacing. Is we are just having a field day here, as we are taking a look here at the 57, Hunter McDaniel, now our new race leader, leading 5 laps so far here tonight. But I tell you what, he gets close to that wall there on the exit, a little closer than I would like to get, that's for sure.
Yep, he definitely is using the most of the track, using up the maximum, I guess, using up the whole track. And the more track you use, the faster you, most likely, I mean, the faster you are. And as we speak there on the exit of turn 4, he goes back down low to the inside line of the gap in between him and the 65 of Marty Ray does continue to increase with every lap. And now they are separated by about 2.9 seconds, 2.9 to 3 seconds. So Marty Ray most likely has either backed it down or burned up his stuff. Oh, actually, Dave, Marty Ray has 6 laps more on his tires compared to Hunter McDaniel. So those 6 laps are making a big difference.
Yeah, going a little further back here, the 29 of Matthew Wasselback. He was under fire there a little bit from the 21 of Waylon Williams, who's using the 4 of Brent Kuehl to push him here. As looks like our 3rd, 4th, and 5th place are all just right within striking range of each other.
Oh, absolutely. Waylon Williams here making his appearance in the top 5, or making his appearance back into the top 5, because he did get bumped down for the back in the pack, but he is now back up here and determined to gain even more spots. Not going to stop here. The job is not over yet. We have 51 laps remaining on lap number 86, with 13 drivers on the lead lap. 59 of David White being shown the last driver on the lead lap in the 13th place spot behind, or I should say 1 second ahead behind the 5 of Gary Woolbot. And Gary Woolbot right now, as we speak, is just having a Sunday drive behind the 27 of Justin Roden for position.
Yeah, but these guys know it's getting down there. 50 laps remaining here, so they gotta start doing everything they can, because the season is winding down. Only a few more races left here to the end of the season, so we're right about the halfway point. But these drivers know every point matters, every position is a point, so they got to do everything they can to try to make up points. Fortunately, though, I tell you, Gibu there, Chris Gibu, our second in our points, is kind of happy right now. I mean, he would like to be leading, but our current season points leader, the 6 of Tommy Wetmore, is not out here tonight, so he has a chance to close in on Tom Wetmore there for the point standing.
Oh, that's a very, very good point, and a lot of motivation for him to get that job done. And also the 57 Hunter McDaniel trying to do the exact same thing. And Hunter McDaniel, as we speak, has now increased his lead to about 3.3 seconds against Marty Ray. And for the back in the pack, Dave, Zachary Kraser and Matthew Wasback have found each other, 3rd and 4th.
Also taking a look right behind our race leader, the 81 of Travis Pryor. He is actually gaining on our race leader, the 57 of Hunter McDaniel. Looks like he is not going to wait for that caution. He is going to come and try to get that lap back the hard way and get around our race leader, the 57 of Hunter McDaniel.
Wow, Dave, I just now noticed that as well. I'm not sure who was able to make up that much time, but that is amazing. And once again, last night's Pro Can-Am race, he had the fastest pit stop. He did have a very fast pit stop that it actually made him go from below the top 10 up and finishing into the top 3 due to having an amazing pit stop. And that's exactly what he did. And now his next victim is the leader. So he's getting his lap back the hard way. He's going to be back on the lead lap here before too long. At the same time, Dave, right behind him is the 28 of Chris Voyles. Chris Voyles now being shown 3 laps down. So if he does follow the line of the 81 of Travis Prime, gets around the leader, 57 Hunter McDaniel, he too will be getting 1 lap back and be back down to 2 laps down.
Yes, we are now lap 90, 47 laps remaining. We are going to take a moment, step away, let all our viewers get a refill of their drinks and snacks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back, so stay tuned.
Don't let your first date be your last. Visit People Against Distracted Driving at PADD.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the iBog Broadcast Overlay 65 for Round 7 of the Xtreme Motorsports 99 Track Series. We're going back to the race. We now have what seems to be some more green flag pit stops. Our third green flag pit stop. Zachary Crazer down pit road. Vern Brawley just pitted in. Jacob Bell just pitted in. And so did Andy Starcher. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we need one more pit stop in order for the drivers to be able to make it all the way, because we still have 40 laps remaining, 40 laps remaining before the race is over. So 4 green flag pit stops on the way. And we do have a lot of drivers still going a lap down due to the pit stops. And Travis Pryor was able to get his lap back the hard way. Travis Pryor back on the lead lap here on lap 97. Being shown in the 11th place position. That gives us 11 drivers on the lead lap, and everybody else is a lap or more down. We have Marty Ray down pit road, Justin Roden down pit road, and that now leaves only, let's see, about 5 drivers on the lead lap still needing to pit in, namely Hunter McDaniel, Matthew Rosenbach, Waylon Williams, Curtis Vollmer, and Vernon Markheim. These drivers still need to pit in. And Hunter McDaniel's lead over second place driver Matthew Rosenbach is now about 10 seconds. And Matthew Rosenbach still does have his right side dump that is sustained from the contact early on the exit of turn 4, a couple of laps back actually. So most likely Dave will be using up his backup track, if he still has it, once he goes down for the green flags. And we also have a 24 of Chris Gibby back in the 6th place position, trying to catch up to his next victim for position 33 of Vern Margheim. And he does have the 5 of Gary Woolbot right behind him. And Gary Woolbot does have 59 of David White, less than 5 seconds behind him. So he also is determined to get the job done. Also, one driver pitting in this time. Toronto was back pitting in as we speak with about, let's see, 25 laps on his tires. So he will be pitting in this time by and most likely using up his backup truck.
Now, taking a look here though, Sean. Let's see here. We got 37 laps to go. These guys can run 29, 30 laps on a tank of fuel. Looks like right now, Tommy Amassi though, he is currently 1 lap down, sitting back in 12th position, 19 laps on since his last pit stop. Unlike some of these other drivers that are going to have to pit one more time if we go green, like Hunter McDaniel and the leaders, he is only going to pit one more time. He is currently 19 laps. He is going to be able to go under 30 laps to go, probably 29, 28 laps to go, pit. He is only going to do one more pit stop to make it the remainder of the race, so we'll wait and see how that's going to play out.
That's a very, very good point. I am glad that you caught that, and very great strategy indeed by all 5 of Tommy Amassi. And Tommy Amassi is a driver at this point who is strongly not hoping for a caution, because a caution will really screw up his pit strategy. As we speak, he does have 39 of Zachary Kraser by, and by the looks of it, that was for position, because Tommy Amassi just got his lap back the hard way due to staying out and not pitting in just yet. And by going back up front, Dave 48 of Curtis Vollmer taking over the race lead here on lap number 101, 102 for him. And he now has the 24 of Chris Gibby right behind him with 81 of Travis Pryor on his tail.
Yeah, so pit strategies, fuel mileage is going to be a key factor here tonight, as we are seeing the 48 of Curtis Vollmer leading some more laps here tonight. He's already got his bonus point for leading the lap. Currently, right now, Matthew Walzenbach will get the bonus points for leading the most laps, leading 46 here tonight. Hunter McDaniel leading 22, Marty Ray 17, Zachary Kraser leading 8, Curtis Vollmer 6, Tommy Amassi leading 3 laps.
And Dave, interesting fact, Curtis Vollmer as well, Curtis Vollmer and Chris Gibby, these 2 drivers, if they run their tanks dry, Dave, they most likely will also be able to make it on just one more pit stop.
Yeah, most definitely. So, yeah, he's going to be able to. I think Chris Gibby can make it on one more. Travis Pryor, it's going to be close, currently running in 3rd by 27 laps. Yeah, he's going to be able to make it on one more pit stop as well. I'm pretty sure it's going to be close for him, but he may be able to.
Yeah, that's going to be bad news for Hunter McDaniel, Marty Ray, Zach Kraser, Matthew Walzenbach, Waylon Williams as well, and Dave. These drivers most likely hoping for a caution so they can be able to maybe save gas, but I mean, it's possible for them to save gas, but that's gonna mean they'll be way slow and they'll most likely do more harm than good to themselves.
Yeah, most definitely. So we're just gonna have to watch this play out. 32 laps to go. So all these drivers that can make it the next 2 laps, maybe a little bit more, they'll be able to make it on more. But taking a look at our leader, Hunter McDaniel's got 3 laps. We haven't seen anybody do 35 laps here tonight. I don't know if he's going to be able to save that much fuel. So this is what it's about: pit strategy, fuel mileage. I think it's going to be deciding who's going to win this race here tonight.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, fingers crossed for these drivers. Different pit strategies taking into action here tonight for the past 2 pit stops that we've seen. Actually 3 pit stops that we've seen, and some looking so good, some not so good. Well, just goes to show, just like the 6th of Tom Whitmore had talked about in his interview, the last race we had at Texas Motor Speedway, did talk about how the fastest truck on the track is not always the winner. And tonight, that is definitely being taken into action here at Auto Club Speedway for the iBog broadcast overlay. 65 and 48 of Curtis Vollmer, still going nice and strong now, going on to his 30th lap. Once across the start-finish line this time by 21 of Waylon Williams on his inside. 14 of Vern Bradley going to be assisting 21 of Williams on the inside, but no, Vern goes back high to follow the line of the 48 of Curtis Vollmer.
Yep, 30 laps to go, Sean. This is go time. This is where everything's going to play out. A lot of drivers. 48 Curtis Vollmer down on pit road as we speak.
Oh, Dave, we have a driver clutching it in. 24 Chris Gibew, as we speak, is clutching that sucker in, trying to maximize the fuel economy of that machine.
Yep, he is going to take the race lead here from the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. Yes, he is. He is our new race leader here. 29 laps on his tires. He should be good to go. See if he's going to be pitting this time next by, but he is he's running really lower speeds, so I mean he's trying to save that fuel, but saving the fuel makes you mean you're going to go slower, so definitely got to keep an eye on that.
Yep, and Chris Gibew here still clutching it in, and most likely pitting in this time. Let's see. Nope, his speed. No, oh, actually, he goes back down. He put his foot on the gas for 2 seconds, then back on the brakes. He is pitting in this time by, so he will be able to make it. Same as Curtis Vollmer. We're still questioning 81 of Travis Prime. We have 2 new viewers in the chat there. We do have John Brumette. Good to see you, buddy. And Jay Pryor. Someone needs to throw out a water bottle. That's absolutely right. Some drivers do need a caution desperately. And Jay Pryor rooting on the 81. Travis Pryor, same as Pat T.
Yeah, it looks like the 81 there of Travis Pryor's got his own little cheerleading section. They know Travis Pryor's got something in the works, but is it going to play out? Hunter McDaniel now in the lead here with 8 laps on his tires. Marty Ray running second, 11 laps. Zachary Kraser, 12 laps. They are going to have to pit one more time. Same with Matthew Walzenbach, Waylon Williams, Vern Bradley. Tommy Amassi still has not pitted yet. He's only got 28 laps, so he is, when he comes down, he'll be good on fuel. So this is win it or lose it here. 27 laps to go.
The good thing about Tommy is that once he pits in, he will lose a lap. But when everybody else goes down pit road for their 4th time tonight, he will be able to get back on the lead lap and overtake them while they're still on pit road and gain a lot of positions because of that. As we speak, we have the 39 of Chris getting around the 81 of Travis Pryor. Travis Pryor being shown here back to 1 lap down, putting his foot down to the floor. He has a 26 of Dustin Hart on his inside, but that is no harm. Because Dustin Hart is being shown 2 laps down. Yep, Travis Pryor being shown 1 lap down. So absolutely, that's not no harm to the 81 of Travis Pryor. And Dustin Hart trying to do exactly what the 81 of Pryor did, getting his lap back the hard way, trying to get 2 laps back here before the race is over. We have 26 laps remaining as we speak. But Dave going back up front. Marty Ray made up a lot of time on pit road. He's being shown about 1.3 seconds behind the leader, Hans McDaniel.
Yeah, we're going to keep this driver compare up. Is now we've seen 57 of Hunter McDaniel get around some lap traffic. Now Marty Ray's got to do it. He is keeping it right about one second. So we're going to keep an eye on that. As Hunter McDaniel is now leading his 26th lap.
And the good thing about Marty and him catching the lap cars where he did right there, right now he is getting the benefit of the drop from the back straightaway. So it is actually catching up. He's now less than a second behind Hunter McDaniel here. So off turn 4, he just might make up a lot of time and drop off the 5 Woolbot and the 28 of Chris Boyles. Looks like actually the 57 of Hunter McDaniel was able to pull, have a better exit there off turn number 4 and does increase that gap to about 1.1 seconds. But now back to 1 second. So that gap keeps going up and down with every turn.
Going a little further back here, Matthew Walzenbach running in your 4th position. taking a look at his truck. Yep, it looks like he did bring out his backup truck. He has got a clean TN Design Chevy Silverado. So he has got some ground to make up, though, because he is currently, well, actually, he's only 8/10 there behind the 39 of Zachary Kraser, who's running in third position.
But also a driver we need to keep an eye on here tonight. He's been just pretty much keeping a low profile. It's the 8 of Jamie Christensen. He had a very rough start to tonight's race, being shown 11 laps down, but he is still going out there nice and strong, trying to get the most points possible. And as we speak, he is drafting off the 59 of David White. David White still being shown here a lap down. Had a very, very good practice time and qualifying time. Qualified in the 3rd place spot behind. That was the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. So David as well has a very fast truck in the long run. And as we speak, he is trying his best to make up as much time as he can to his next victim in line for position. The 05 of Tommy Mas, who in turn is trying to catch up with the 86 of Adam Eisenhower. Oh, the caution flies on lap number 115. Oh man, that's gonna make a lot of drivers unhappy. Well, a lot of drivers happy and a few very unhappy. We're gonna back up and see who might have been involved.
Well, it looks like that is gonna involve the 77 of Jacob Bell. As we pull up the Dre Broadcasting instant replay, we're gonna rewind it here, focusing on Jacob Bell here. Looks like maybe some more contact. He gets down to that. Yep, he gets down on that apron. That apron is not your friend here. Does some dirt tracking. Almost saves it. Whips it back around. Unfortunately, gets him back out on the track sideways, which is going to bring out the yellow flag here with 21 laps remaining.
Very, very unfortunate indeed for the 77 of Jacob Bell, but very nice save. He did keep that car off the truck off the wall, and that was a much needed caution for a lot of drivers. And let's see, driver next in line for the Lucky Dog. So far, it's showing the 5 of Gary Woolbot, but 77 Jacob Bell is ahead of Gary Woolbot. But since Jacob was involved in an incident, that's gonna void, most likely should void his chance of getting that Lucky Dog. Just gonna pass it over to the 5 of Gary Woolbot. Well, Dave, now we know everyone's going to be able to make it.
Well, we still got to get some people here to pit. This is going to shake things up here. So I think we're going to see our leaders come down onto pit road here. Yep, here they come, coming down on pit road. But we are going to see a lot of trucks stay out because they are good on fuel.
Yep, 81, Travis Pratt does stay out. 5, Gary Woolbot stays out as well. Let's see who gets Lucky Dog this time by. Keep an eye on the 5. Yep, the speed of the 5 Woolbot does increase, getting on the pace car this time by. Back on the lead lap on lap number 117. This would be a good time to take our final commercial break of tonight's race so you guys can get your last round of popcorn and refreshments. It's going to be quite the ride until the very end. Everyone can make it now. It's going to be white knuckle racing and door banging and a lot of fenders on the track. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of outlaws.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the iBog Broadcast Overlay 65 for round 7 of the Xtreme Motorsports 99 Truck Series. We're going back to the race here. We still have Hunter McDaniel in the lead, Marty Ray second, Matthew Wilson-Back third, the 39 Zachary Crazer fourth, and 21 of Waylon Williams in the 5th place position. And once again, this is the iBog Broadcast Overlay 65. Check out iBog iRacing Broadcast Overlay and Graphics, ibog.co, with Jason Allison. Well, we are now back 1 to green. Hunter McDaniel in the lead with help of 29 Wilson back on the inside line. Marty Ray on the outside with the help of the 39 of Zachary Crazer. Well, Dave, the beasts have found each other again.
Yep, and it's go time, Sean. 18 laps to go. When we get the green flag, it'll be 17 laps to go. We have currently got 14 trucks on the lead lap. So we are going to see battling. I tell you what, I think the driver I am going to be watching tonight is going to be the 81 of Travis Pryor. We saw him work his butt off, get back on the lead lap. He is on the lead lap, sitting back in 11th position. But we've seen him, I mean, he was running fast. He got around the leader of 5700 McDaniel like he was sitting still. So I tell you what, I am going to keep an eye on that 81 of Travis Pryor. I think he's got a good shot here, but he's got a lot of trucks to get around to get his way to the front. Pace car is off. Hunter McDaniel wastes no time. Hard on that throttle. 29 of Matthew Walzenbeck saw it coming. 65 Marty Ray and Zachary Crazer there sleeping there on the outside as Zachary Crazer jumps down behind Matthew Walzenbeck, leaving the 65 of Marty Ray outside by himself.
And Zach will get the position away from 65 of Marty Ray. That's the 3rd place position. And for the back behind Marty is the 21 of Williams, who is trying to make the inside line work with help of 14 of Vern Bradley here on this backstretch. 17 laps remaining of 136 laps. 3 green flag pit stops completed here tonight. Well, I should say, contact 14. Bradley gets to the 21 of Waylon Williams. That will stack up the field. 48 Curtis gets around the 14 of Bradley. Bradley will back it up and do it all over again to try and gain that momentum back. Because that hiccup did slow him down a lot and cost him a lot of time, positions, and momentum. The 24 of Chris Gibby on the outside line as well, trying to get around the 33 of Bird Morgan for the 8th place position here on lap 121.
Yep. We are now 16 laps to go. It's go time. These drivers know it. Travis Pryor starting in the 11th on that restart, already up into 10th, as he is now getting around the 28 of Chris Boyles. But he has got some distance to make up as he started towards the back of the field after receiving the end of line for the waiver round. So he's got a lot of traffic in front of him to get around. Meanwhile, Curtis Vollmer running in that 5th position, right ahead of Vern Bradley, as he has got Marty Ray in his sight. Marty Ray just taking a look at the 39 of Zachary Crazer and Matthew Walzenbeck and Hunter McDaniel there in front of him. I think let's go on the in-car here with the 65 of Marty Ray. Take a look out his windshield and see what's happening.
Yeah, so let's give the viewers a full lap around this track on the in-car of the fast 65 of Marty Ray. Enjoy this view. And I can see it right now, Dave. The draft is pulling him in the draft of the 39 of Zachary Crazer. They do have a difference here in the turns. The gap does increase a little bit. But then off turn number 2, he just might gain a little bit of time on him before the end of the backstretch. Powers off turn number 4, and both him and 39 of Crazer are now catching up. They have gained a lot of time against Hunter McDaniel, and the 29 wasn't back, and that was a full lap with the 65 of Marty Ray. And Dave for the back in the pack. 24 Chris Gibb right now watching a battle. Actually, this is going to be 21 of Waylon Williams watching a battle between the 14 of Vern Bradley and the 48 of Curtis Bowman. That's a battle for the 5th place spot for the top 5, and 14 of Bradley putting on a very, very hard fight against the 48 of Bowman. Bowman not letting him buy a better fight.
As we go here on the roof cam of the 14 of Vern Bradley, as we are panning it around, watching this battle live from the on top of Vern Bradley as he is racing the 48 of Curtis Balmer for that number 5 position. These guys are not giving it up. They are giving it their all. 12 laps to go here at Auto Club.
Yep, go time, no give, just a lot of take. I should say no give and take. 14 Bradley crossover against 48 of Curtis, former textbook. And man, he would have most likely lost control with how hard he turned that wheel, but he did keep it under control, and now on the inside of 48 of Curtis Bowmer.
I tell you, Sean, this is a great view here watching from the roof cam as it spans around. Just watching this battle, these guys are not giving an inch. They are doing everything they can, battling every corner, side by side, inches apart, making moves. It is just great to watch here with some of these camera angles.
Oh, absolutely. And as we see right now, 48 of Bowmer, they must make contact off the exit of turn 2. 48 of Bowmer was pushing the 14 of Bradley down the track to make sure, to make him push up. But Vern was able to do some great accelerated control on that machine. And off turn number 4, he does prepare with slight nose. 48 of Curtis Bowmer does fall short. Let's see, 14 and Bradley goes down the apron. Yes, he goes on the apron, shows around the track, gets back up on the track. 48 Bowmer still trying his best to side drive.
Tell you what, even right behind him, here's another great battle between the 21 of Waylon Williams and the 24 of Chris Gibew. The 8 machine is just watching this, so we are going to jump here on board with the 8 of Jamie Christensen, taking a look here, watching these two guys battle in front of them here from the cockpit view of the 8 of Jamie Christensen.
Is catching 21 of Waylon Williams here. This is quite the view right here between these two drivers, Gibew and Williams. They are still side by side here on the front stretch, entering turn 1. The 8 of Jamie following the inside line, the fastest way, the shortest way around the track, and technically the fastest way around the track as well. But 21 of Waylon finally clears the 24 of Gibew and will give the inside now to the 8 of Williams alone, who then backs off. It's the 8 of Christensen, sorry, who backs off and falls back in line behind the 24 of Gibew. The 8 of Christensen does drift way high, and that allows the 77 of Jacob Bell, 33 of Vern Morgan to get around him. And Jamie is still 11 laps down, so Dave at this point is just pretty much letting them by so they can race it out.
Yep, 8 laps to go here. We have a battle up front here. I'm not sure what happened, but Hunter McDaniel is now being chased down by Zachary Crazer and Marty Ray. Matthew Walzenbach currently running back in the 4th position. Let's take a look at his truck here, see if he's got any damage. Yes, he does. He's got some damage on that right side. That must mean he scraped the wall as he was riding in 2nd. But he has got Curtis Ballmer and Vern Bradley right behind him, ready to take away that position from him.
Yep, Curtis already on the inside of the 29 of Wells and back makes the pass successfully before the entrance to turn number 1. And now the 29 was back, falls back in line, front hold up the 14 of Bradley. Bradley pushes way wide, and that shot his car up the track, or his truck up the track off the exit of turn 2. Man, that back end kind of snapped around, but he was able to hang on to it by keeping the foot down to the floor and balancing things out. And now Bradley trying to back it up and get a big run against 29 of Wells, and back at the same time he has 21 of Williams all over his back bumper and his rear view as well.
Well, Sean, let's go back up front here. Take a look. We still got a 3-way battle for the lead here. Hunter McDaniel leading. Now coming here, 45 lap sled next time around. He'll be tied with Matthew Walzenbach for the most lap sled here tonight. But Zachary Crazer and Marty Ray want to take away that lead. They want to come away with that win here tonight, as they are just matters of tenths of a second behind him.
Yep, and Marty Ray having his first win in the Pro Can-N Series last night, and trying to have his first win in the Track Series in the exact same week at the exact same track, Auto Club Speedway. So he is very determined to get the job done. And Dave, this is the 5 to go mark. The next flag ends the race. And also the drivers knowing that the next flag ends the race is enough motivation for them to make holes in the floorboards to make the gas pedal travel longer to try and get the most speed in the lead. We have a battle between 39 of Crazer and the 57 of Hunter McDaniel. McDaniel did push way wide off turn 2. He had no choice but to back off to avoid washing up, which did cost him that position. And right now 65 of Ray's all over his rear view as we speak.
Yeah, but look, there's the 65 Marty Ray. As we saw him last night, he is right here in this mix. These guys are inches apart. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go here for the iBog Broadcast Overlay 65, brought to you by Xtreme Motorsports 99.com. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see here and you want to get out on the track and race with these guys, check them out. Xtreme Motorsports 99.com.
The leaders just go around the lap car. It was 26 of Dustin Hart. He did let them by without a fight here. Is being shown 1 lap down. He actually just went 2 laps down. Is very underpowered by the sounds of it. He is pushing 150 max. The speed is steadying. So Dave, I think Dustin Hart is trying to save some gas. Yeah, there's no way Dustin Hart is full on the accelerator. He is most likely saving gas, but he is just pretty much letting everybody by. He'll let a fight, but going back up front still, the 65 right now challenging the 57 Hunter McDaniel for the 2nd place spot, and it clears him, entering turn 3.
3 laps to go. Here comes the 65 Marty Ray. Well, Sean, unless Hunter McDaniel can get back out front, Matthew Welselbeck leading 46 laps, Hunter McDaniel 46 laps, Marty Ray 17, Zachary Crazer now leading 11 laps. But I tell you what, no matter how many laps you led this race, the one that matters is lap 136, and then we have 2 laps to go. Next time around, these drivers will be getting the white flag.
Oh, yeah, and almost had contact between Marty Ray and Hunter McDaniel, and Hunter does benefit from that and takes back the 2nd place spot. And now they are both about, let's see, 0.8 of a second against the leader, or behind the leader, 39 of Zachary Crazer. 57 Hunter McDaniel gets into the wall of turn 4. Big, heavy contact there. Oh, man, that's very unfortunate for Hunter McDaniel. He does lose a lot of time because of a lot of speed, all his momentum, and all the time that he had gained. And now that leaves it up to Marty Ray and Zachary Crazer, but the gap is about 0.9 of a second.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hunter McDaniel's got some competition here. Here comes the 48 of Curtis Balmer. He is closing in on him. Can Hunter McDaniel come away with the 3rd place? Meanwhile, Zachary Crazer coming into turn 3 and 4, coming to the checkered flag. We are on the white flag. Final lap here as he comes out of turn number 4. Zachary Crazer is going to come away with the win. Marty Ray 2nd. Coming back to Hunter McDaniel. He is going to come away with the 3rd. Curtis Balmer 4th. Taking a look here, Vern Bradley will round out your top 5 here tonight.
Man, what a race. What a race, and Zachary Crazer having his first win in the track series. Very, very impressive first win this season. A lot more wins to come from him. And man, ladies and gentlemen, we will be interviewing the top 3 drivers, Zachary Crazer, Marty Ray, and Hunter McDaniel. So stay tuned. And at this point, let's ride with the 39 of Zachary Crazer, and hopefully we see a smoke show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are being joined by Zachary Crazer, Marty Ray, Hunter McDaniel, and also we are being joined by a special guest 21 of Waylon Williams, who started tonight's race winner, winning his first race of the season. Zachary Crazer still burning that sucker down. Get up there, Zach.
Oh man, I got you. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. And how are you?
Man, I've been here since season 1, and this is my first career victory, so I might be celebrating all night.
Oh man, I don't blame you. You earned it, man. Celebrate until you can't celebrate anymore. But man, you had a chain of events there here in tonight's race. It was quite the process for you getting the race, even though you were the new leader, I believe, before lap number 19 and 20 during those cautions. How's been your race? Summary of your whole entire race tonight.
Oh man, it was a good race. I mean, I was happy to see that last caution come out there because I was gonna have to make an extra stop. I wasn't gonna be able to make it, and I mean, I knew my teammate, the 48 there, Curtis, he was gonna be able to make it all the way. So it's a shame that he couldn't win this race, but at least we could put one of our teams in victory lane tonight.
Oh, 10-4, most definitely. And yep, that was a success on you guys' part. Very nicely done. And give us a rundown on those last couple of laps. How were you able to set up McDaniel and get around him like you did?
I mean, that last restart, I mean, I was right on behind the Hunter there. I was behind Matt, and unfortunately Matt made a mistake, but I knew if I just kept making consistent, runs there, I could keep up with Hunter. And he made a mistake there, which I wasn't expecting, but once I got by him and then I saw him in the 65 running side by side behind me, and I kind of pulled away from him. I was just like, I just had to basically hit my marks, and I knew it was mine.
Oh, copy that. And Zach, during the last, after the third round of green flag pit stops that we had here tonight, you top 4 drivers, actually top 3 drivers, yourself, Marty Ray, and Hunter McDaniel, were all going to be short and needed to pit in a 4th time, but we had, I believe, 2 to 3 drivers in the field who did not need to pit in again in order to be able to make it. How happy were you to see that caution?
I mean, I was really happy, like I was saying. It was, I knew my teammate, the 48 there, was going to make it, so it's kind of a double-edged sword there. But I was glad to get that caution there, get everybody bunched up, and I'm glad we kind of went green there to the end. I know cautions there at the end of the race there can breed up more cautions, but I knew I had a good long-run truck, like I told you earlier. I just knew if I hit my marks, I had a good shot at winning this thing.
Oh, 10-4, but Zach, man, it was a success on your part and your team, your teammates. So I want to congratulate all of you, and I also want to congratulate you mostly for having your first career win here with the Xtreme Motorsports 99 Truck Series. Very nice done on your part. You've been having top 3s all season long. It's about time you gained 2 more spots and having your first win here tonight. Very, very successful, very impressive. Once again, congratulations. But before I let you go, any final words?
Again, like I've been saying last few weeks, thank you for all you guys doing all your hard work here, all the admins doing the great work. My teammates, Curtis, Matt, I know Tom wasn't here this week, but also Nathan Shiflett, he couldn't make the race, but he was there at the end to celebrate, so I might need to go open up another beer.
Oh, sounds good, buddy. Well, you earned you earned this win here tonight, buddy. It was all yours, so we look forward to seeing you again next race at Kentucky. Have a good night.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.
And that was tonight's winner, first-time winner, the 39 of Zachary Crazer. But now behind him is last night's Pro Can-N Series winner, Marty Ray. Get a cup there, Marty.
Hey, Sean, we got a copy.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. Doing okay.
Well, Marty, last night you put on a heck of a show, and tonight did the exact same thing. And tonight you did even go overboard. You took the first place qualifying time, and in the previous session you had the first place practice time. Very, very impressive. How's the race tonight compared to last night?
Oh, it was a lot harder. These trucks run a lot more even, and it's the lines seem a lot easier. So things got spread out quite a bit, and the draft was a little bit harder as well. So once you get spread out, I think at one point there was 4 seconds between Hunter and me before we made that last green flag pit stop, so it was pretty tough.
Oh, 10-4, yeah, I can only imagine. During that first run you had, like you talked about with Hunter McDaniel, we noticed that you were catching up to him, but then towards the end of the run, right about, I believe that was five laps before your pit stops, you seem to have either backed off the pace or have fallen off quite a bit. What was the problem there?
Yeah, the car just wouldn't turn in anymore. I must have ran it too hard earlier in that green flag run, and you know, I just couldn't get the car to turn in anymore. So instead of losing more time, I decided to bring it in and get some new ones.
Oh, Dan, for a very, very nice strategy on your part, and man, you drove a heck of a race here tonight. And on those last couple of laps there with the battle between you and Hunter for second place spot, tell us about that actually, about how you set him up.
Actually, you know, I was pretty much figuring on finishing third because Hunter's really fast. He's moving, you know, he's hard to pass, and he made a mistake, and that was the only thing that got me around him. And there was no way I could catch Zach after that. After we had that little battle there, Zach had a pretty good lead at that point.
Oh man, regardless, that was a success on your part. First place last night, second place tonight, top 3 in both, I should say podium in both. Very, very impressive in 2 series at the exact same time, the exact same week. Well, that's it, buddy. What should I expect to see from you next week at Kentucky?
Oh yeah, we're ready to bring it on. Try to get out there and get used to that track. I don't think I've actually raced there yet, so it should be a lot of fun.
Well, but I look forward to seeing you again next week, and congratulations once again. Have a good night.
Thank you.
And that was the 65 of Marty Ray, second place finisher here tonight. But right behind him is a very big threat, a driver who was a big threat here tonight here at Auto Club Speedway, 57 Hunter McDaniel. Get up there, buddy.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
How you doing tonight?
It's bittersweet, but not too bad.
Oh, 10-4, man. That was quite the race on your part. You led a lot of laps. Give us a rundown of your whole entire race, just summary tonight.
Yeah, we came into the race not looking, not believing that I was probably going to get a top 5. Not that much experience at the track, and so took it easy in the beginning. Saw that the outside line was working a little bit, could arc it in, and started making more consistent laps, and realized that I was really fairly fast on the long run. So after getting the lead from Matthew, little touch and go there, I knew that if we could just get green flag laps, we could just keep clicking them off, and then we all made that last pit stop, or the second to last pit stop. Me and my team had done the calculations. Even if we would have run that tank dry, we wouldn't have made it on fuel. So we pitted there and just prayed for a caution, tried to save as much as we could so we didn't have to fill as much up on that last pit stop. And I knew that those guys were going to have me in the short run, and so it was kind of a catch-22. Wanted a caution so we could have enough fuel, but at the same time know that if we had a caution, they would definitely eat our lunch. So that final run after that caution, I gave it all I got and just overdrove the car way too much, and I just gave it all I could.
Oh man, we do appreciate the effort right there in that third place. Very, very impressive on your part of finishing in the 6th place position. The last race we had at Texas, and coming up here into 3rd place here tonight. And Hunter, tonight you seemed to have had a long run truck. You were really keeping the guys behind you a lot, and your gap just kept increasing with every single lap. What contributed to your success in that part?
I think it was just not using the car up in the early run. The tires here, they go away fairly quickly, so if you can just, have a little bit of patience and just work through those laps, and even start using a little bit of brake once the car starts to push a little bit, you really can keep those lap times consistent, which I think really contributed to my consistency over the long run.
Oh, copy that. Very glad to hear that, and man, with that said, I want to congratulate you once again on your success tonight. That was a successful night on your part. You did all you could there towards the very end, and that was just sneaked up on you. But man, it was still nice to see you try the best you could, and it did really pay off here tonight, starting 12th and finishing 3rd place spot. Before you let go, buddy, any final words?
Yeah, I just want to thank Maverick Motorsports again. Those guys are awesome, and they help me out all the time, and they just make me a better and better driver every week. I just want to thank them.
Congratulations once again on your success tonight, Hunter, and see you again next week at Kentucky.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
And that was a 3rd place finisher, Hunter McDaniel, but we do have a 21 of Waylon Williams, also a very heavy contender here tonight, who finished in the 8th place spot. Look up there, buddy.
How you doing, Sean?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Pretty long race tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And man, Waylon, you are known. We know you from the Pro Can Series, an amazing driver, but this was your first race with the Truck Series this season. Just what you experienced tonight.
Yeah, but it kind of went how I kind of imagined it. I wanted to take it easy and just kind of ride around and get the feel of the trucks and some of the drivers. And I just kind of wanted to hang around, take it easy on my tires. I was trying to hang around fifth to 10th, save my tires, save my gas and stuff like that, and getting used to the trucks and the guys. And it went pretty well.
Oh, 10-4, very glad to hear that. And man, you had so much confidence out there. You were actually battling a lot with every single driver. You got a chance to battle with for position, trying your best to get up there in the top 5, which you actually did make an appearance there in the top 5. So that was very, very good to see you up there. But by the way, contributed to your success here tonight for your first race, qualifying 9th and finishing 8th.
Well, you know, having a little bit of experience in the K&N cars last night, and I ran into a little bit of practice, and you know, it's just getting that experience with the guys and getting familiar with the Truck Series. You know, it being my first race, but I want to, you know, tell Xtreme Motorsports, you know, great job. This is a great series, and I really appreciate it.
Well, Waylon, you know how to get the job done in every series. It's very good to see you here in a new series for you with the trucks here at the Xtreme Motorsports 99. I look forward to seeing more of you. And with that said, what should we expect to see from you next week at Kentucky?
Hopefully a little more of the same. I just kind of want to hang around the top 10, top 15. You know, just kind of get you know, my tires underneath me, get the feel of the truck, and see if we can't get up there and get us a top 10, top 5, and get used to these trucks, and hopefully you know, one day get up there and be able to run with Hunter and those guys. You know, they're really fast and they're hard to catch.
Well, buddy, congratulations on your success here tonight with your first appearance in the Truck Series, and look forward to seeing more of you after having a first place practice time, 9th place qualifying time. Very impressive for your first race with the Xtreme Motorsports Truck Series and with the trucks in general. Well, but before you go, final words.
Oh, I just want to, you know, thank Xtreme Motorsports. Great league. You know, my teammate Garrett Robson, thank him, and look forward to, you know, racing the rest of the season here in the Truck Series.
Well, congratulations on your success here tonight, buddy, and look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a good night. Go celebrate.
Thanks, Sean.
And that was 21 of Waylon Williams, and that does round up our interviews with Waylon Williams, Zachary Crazer, Marty Ray, and Hunter McDaniel. Well, Dave, it was an amazing race here for the iBog Broadcast Overlay 65 for round 7 of the Xtreme Motorsports 99 Truck Series. It was amazing indeed. We saw 3 green flag pit stops, a lot of hard racing on the track. And it also came to show us that the fastest drivers are not always going to win the race. Fuel strategy did really come into play towards the very end, and it did look ugly for some of the fast drivers out there, but they were lucky enough to get that caution, which did really work in their favor. Any final words there, Dave?
Well, we saw an extremely long green flag run, 3 green flag pit stops. These drivers did a great job out here at AutoZone. Once again, congratulations on the 39 of Zachary Crazer winning his first race of the night. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw and you want to race with these guys, definitely check them out at XtremeMotorsports99.com.
And once again, thank you for joining us for the iBog Broadcast Overlay 65. Check out iBog iRacing Broadcast Overlay and Graphics, the main sponsor for the Xtreme Motorsports Pro Can-N series. Check them out at ibog.co or ibog.co, and that's with Jason Allison. Well, the next race we have with the Xtreme Motorsports Truck Series is next week for round 8, entitled The Drive for Diabetes Awareness at Kentucky Speedway. And that track should really make things very interesting. So it's also another track that where tires will play a key factor. And in the long run, we're going to be seeing a lot of strategies play out like we saw here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. And thank you once again for joining us, for being a part of tonight's action and just pretty much every single race that we broadcast live here on the Dre Broadcasting Network. Well, the next broadcast we have will be on Thursday night with Upper Edge Racing. It's also going to be live on the portal, so we look forward to seeing you guys there. Well, once again, if you guys like what you saw here tonight, don't forget to check out XtremeMotorsports99.com. Drop the first E, start with the X, XtremeMotorsports99.com. Once again, they do run Road Series and Pro Can-Am Series on Monday nights, Truck Series on Tuesday nights, Xfinity Series on Wednesday nights, and Cup Series on Thursday nights. And if you guys would like to watch the Xfinity race with Xtreme Motorsports 99 tomorrow night, be sure to check out the Online Sim Racing Network on YouTube. Well, that's with Joe White and Ryan Daniels. If you're not able to tune in tomorrow, tune in on Thursday night with the Cup Cars. Still with OSR Network, Joe White, and also Ryan Daniels. Well, I am Sean Zulu and Dave Everly. If you like what you saw tonight, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you get notified every single time we go live, because we are live 6 nights a week. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.